Step into the forest with us as we trace Bambi's cinematic footsteps from watercolor innocence in 1941 to nightmare fuel stag in 2025. Whether you're a lifelong Disney devotee, a pop culture cameo hunter, or a horror buff curious about twisted childhood remakes, this deep dive will reveal the hidden production battles, cultural shifts, and Easter eggs that shaped every on-screen incarnation of the world's most famous deer. Behind Bambi's playful cameo in The Reluctant Dragon lay real-world turmoil. The sequence was filmed while Disney animators were on strike, and picketers even mocked the premiere with a reluctant Disney dragon costume. Yet the studio used that very ink and paint tour to reassure investors and the public that production rolled on. For the feature Bambi, work had begun as early as 1936, but World War II rationing, personnel losses, and the painstaking multiplane camera shots pushed costs sky high and schedules back. Concept artist Tyrus Wong's watercolor studies inspired the film's airy, impressionistic backgrounds, while 4 separate child and adult actors rotated on the microphone to track Bambi's voice through each life stage. On release, the movie earned just under $3 million, strong but still shy of Snow White. Because the European market was closed by the war, only repeated post-war reissues turned it into the classic we know today. Disney's CinemaScope satire. No hunting pokes fun at America's mid-century deer season frenzy, so slipping Bambi and his mother into Donald's crossfire was an ironic wink, and the short went on to snag an Oscar nomination. A decade later, the 1-minute student film Bambi Meets Godzilla cost just $300 to make, yet critics still rank it among the 50 greatest cartoons for the audacity of its single gag. During the rescuer's lullaby, Someone's Waiting for You, animators reused a soft-focus cell of Bambi huddling beside his mother, deepening the song's theme of childhood longing. Robert Zemeckis' Who Framed Roger Rabbit required unprecedented legal wrangling so that Bambi could share the frame with Bugs and Betty Boop, one of the earliest true cross-studio mashups. Finally, the plush Bambi dangling in a Goofy Movies photo booth was more than set dressing. Disney merchandising used the prop as a test run for a 1995 line of animated classic plush toys. House of Mouse functioned like a cartoon supper club, and its writers routinely placed legacy characters such as Bambi in the audience so newer Disney stars could banter with legends. His only spoken house line, calling Shelby the Turtle a deer in the headlights, landed because Benny the Cab flashed real headlamps seconds later. The direct-to-video holiday film Mickey's Magical Christmas recycled those club sequences, letting Bambi appear twice for the price of one production. In Mickey's House of Villains, he and Thumper sprint toward the marquee during the cold open, a sight gag that contrasts the innocent duo with the gallery of Disney baddies about to stage a coup. Unlike most Disney toon fare, Bambi 2 enjoyed a brief Argentine theatrical run before its US disc release, a strategy that pushed its worldwide gross past $35 million. Sydney-based animators combined traditional character animation with digital ink and paint, deliberately echoing Tyrus Wong's palette in the misty forest shots. Patrick Stewart's baritone lent unexpected gravitas to The Great Prince, and composer Bruce Broughton replaced the original's lyrical leitmotifs with fuller orchestral cues to underscore Bambi's grief. The film's nuanced portrait of single fatherhood helped it win the Annie Award for Best Home Entertainment Production, making it one of the very few sequels to receive industry honors rather than mere shelf space. Tim Burton hid a vintage one-sheet of Bambi in Frankenweenie's theater lobby, a sly nod to both classic innocence and the director's love of macabre childhood tales. In Zootopia, the deer mannequin Nick savagely tears apart when pretending to go feral is sculpted and painted to match Bambi's 1942 color model, underlining the film's predator-prey satire. The Duck the Hall's Christmas short puts Bambi and Thumper on a frozen pond, an echo of their original slippery ice lesson. A tween's bedroom in Ralph Breaks the Internet sports a Bambi and Friends poster, signaling how Gen Z still discovers the character via streaming back catalogs. In the wonderful world of Mickey Mouse episode House of Tomorrow, an AI home assistant spoils Bambi's mom dies for Mickey, meta-commentary on the scene's ubiquity in pop culture. Amphibia goes further, hanging a Renaissance-style portrait of Bambi and the Great Prince in a museum to parallel the episode's father-daughter themes. Chip and Dale, Rescue Rangers lampoons bootleg animation by repainting Bambi blue and grafting wings onto him after Sweet Pete's reimagination machine runs amok. For Disney's centennial short, Once Upon a Studio, Bambi literally steps out of a gallery portrait, bridging the studio's earliest Technicolor era to its modern CGI roster. Even Holiday Fare joins in. A carved Bambi figurine decorates Witch Hazel's shelf in the stop-motion Mickey and Friends Trick or Treats. And in Wish the Singing Animals thank John the Bear for sparing Bambi a cheeky fourth wall wink during the number I'm a Star. In The Simpsons Mother's Day short May the 12th Be With You, Bambi and his mother line up with Disney moms before blasting off in Ahsoka's shuttle. An affectionate reminder that the Deer's family trauma still resonates in a galaxy far, far away. A few months later, the Halloween-themed The Most Wonderful Time of the Year lets sideshow Bob Lampoon holiday cheer by reenacting and promptly bungling the famous rifle shot aimed at Bambi's mom. Jagged Edge Productions folded Bambi into its twisted childhood universe, filming the creature feature over 20 brisk days outside London. Director Dan Allen cites Netflix's The Ritual as inspiration for the stag's elongated limbs and carnivorous dentition, all realized with tall stilt rigs and animatronic jaw plates, rather than full CGI. Public domain status freed the team from Disney iconography, so the filmmakers borrowed more directly from Felix Salten's grim novel. The new Bambi stalks hunters through a fog-choked pine forest, his eyes glowing white like will-o'-the-wisps. Early teasers racked up millions of social media views within 48 hours, propelled by headlines comparing the project to Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey. Scheduled for a July 25, 2025 theatrical bow, the film aims to test whether childhood nostalgia and folk horror can coexist on the same screen. Across 8+ decades, Bambi has served as Hollywood's barometer for changing attitudes toward nature. From wartime plea for conservation, to postmodern mascot popping up in meta-jokes, and finally to folk horror avenger, reflecting eco-anxieties of the 2020s. Each new incarnation amplifies or subverts the same primal scene. One innocent deer caught between the serenity of the woods and the encroachment of humankind, proving that the fawn's silent stare still mirrors our own. If this journey through 80+ years of animation, parody, and reinvention sparked a new appreciation for Bambi's legacy, let us know. Drop your favorite Bambi moment in the comments, give the video a thumbs up so more woodland wanderers can find it, and don't forget to subscribe, because we're already lining up the next evolution breakdown. Ring that notification bell, and you'll never miss a step on the trail. Thanks for watching.